Good morning. Today we're studying a new book, the book of Proverbs. And I guess you're wondering why on earth I've got an apple and an egg box on my desk. Well, I thought perhaps you'd like to see a little bit of trickery this morning. Do you like tricks? Well, anyway, I've got an empty egg box here. Nothing inside at all. And I've got a lovely apple. Now, before I eat the apple, I'm gonna see if I can make this apple disappear. Empty egg box. I put the apple in the egg box. I close the box carefully. And I give it a shake. I give it a shake. Now what should live in an egg box? An apple? I don't think so. But if I open it up, we'll find that our apple has become an egg. Now you didn't know I could do that, did you? What if I could make this egg into something else? Let's have a look. I'll put it in the box. I'll give it a nice shake. Shake it about, shake it about, shake it about. And lo and behold, the egg's turned into an eye. Amazing. I wonder if I can turn all this back into an apple again. Let's see. I put that back in there. Give it a good shake, give it a good shake, give it a good shake. And I wonder if, it's back into an apple again. Well, I'm not quite as good as Tommy Cooper, but I hope you enjoyed that little trick. Anyway, what has an apple and an eye got to do with our story today? Well, I'll tell you in just a minute. You see, the book of Proverbs was written by a very important king. His name was Solomon. Now, if I asked you the question, if you could have anything in the world at all, and God would say, yes, you can have it, what? I wonder what you'd ask for. I wonder if your dad, if he had that question, would ask for a new BMW. I wonder if you might ask for a brand new iPad. Well, I'm sure we can all think of lots of things that we would like. But going back to Solomon, when God asked him that question, he said, Solomon, ask for whatever you want and I'll give it to you. Do you know what Solomon asked for? He asked for wisdom. Now, he was a king of a big nation of Israel, and he knew that that wasn't going to be an easy job. And so he had a good heart, and he said to God, do you know the most important thing that I need right now, God, is wisdom. Now, wisdom is a very, very important thing for all of us. I wonder how wise you are. I wonder how wise I am. Solomon wanted wisdom more than anything else, and the whole book of Proverbs talks about this wonderful thing called wisdom, being wise in our decisions, being obedient to our parents and to our teachers and to our elders. Are you obedient? Are you a good boy? Are you a good girl? Do you listen to your teachers? Do you listen to mum and dad and your parents and those who are older than you and those who look after you? Do you listen to what they say and do you do what they say? Well, all through Proverbs, Solomon is advising mainly his son to do the right thing at all times. And he uses an expression which is, keep wisdom as the apple of your eye. Now, you may have heard that expression before. Perhaps someone has said to you, oh, you're the apple of my eye. I'm sure Pastor Steve says that to Myra every day. Myra, you're the apple of my eye. Yes, it's an expression we often hear. Now, what is the apple of the eye? Well, if you look carefully at this eye, you'll see right in the middle is a little black, round, shiny dot. Now, hundreds of years ago, when Solomon was writing, or when the Bible was translated by people, they didn't have a word for that little black dot in the middle of the eye. We call it, what do you think it's called? Yeah, that's right. It's called the pupil. The pupil, that little black dot there. But in the old days, they didn't have that word. And they called it the apple of the eye. And because it's right there in the middle, when we say to somebody, you're the apple of my eye, it means, oh, you're ever before my eyes and I'm always thinking of you. And Solomon says in chapter 7, keep wisdom as the apple of your eye. In other words, wisdom is so important to be wise in our decisions. We need to keep it always before our eyes. Just before I close and just before I eat my apple, I want to say something important to you. You may have heard someone close to you say, you're the apple of my eye. But this morning I want to remind you that God says to each and every one of you, you are the apple of my eye. In other words, God is always watching over you and he's always watching over me. We are the apple of his eye. Solomon was a very wise man, and as maybe we'll be sharing together the book of Proverbs, we'll learn a lot about this beautiful word, wisdom. Keep it as the apple of your eye. Do you think this is going to be a nice apple? Let's see. Absolutely lovely. And I may boil this for my dinner. Bye everyone.